Hey everyone, Sly47 here. Today we have the patch notes for 6.3. Let's go through them together in the comment section down below. Let me know your thoughts on this patch overall and what your thoughts are on the contents on it. Let's go through together right here. So off the bat, we have the collection book. I've actually seen this in-game detailed, and for me, I think this is gonna be good once they add about a half dozen more. Just my first initial thoughts. It's kind of cool. Yeah, we have a British I think it's actually two British ones and such. I don't really like that there's a, premium and free aspect of this where you have to get both, like trying to get required commanders of David Beatty and Jellicoe. Hopefully that means they're going to start popping these things out more for free or close to free type of idea. But right here, it's just, I don't know. I want to see where this goes. I think it's a good idea. It's just right now kind of half-baked. So as we keep on moving forward, unique titles and portrait frames. So portrait frames are going to be added in. I think every game pretty much has something like this, so they're just jumping on the bandwagon there. Display of anti-aircraft range on the mini-map. Thank God. Finally, we need all this information that needs to be put into the mini-map. There's a lot of things. I really wish you could see where the last time someone was spotted as well. That would be very nice for a lot of skilled play, in my opinion. We have a new commander skill, Naval Bill. Gives you more XP and silver per battle. That's cool. That's quite nice. A little extra bonus on that is not going to be unappreciated. New Blitz Squad member. Yeah, there you go. There we go. Oh, it's for the Toulon. Oh my God, everyone, we're getting the Toulon. Finally, yes. Finally, I want that freaking ship, or hopefully I want that freaking ship. I don't know, we'll find out when it comes out. New tech line edition, we have the St. Vincent line right here, which is going to be more of a battlecruiser project style idea. The main armament is going to be huge, but the armor, not so much. So we're going to see, they do have a, I think it's the St. Vincent line that actually has the kind of weird one-shot torpedo on the sides, but they hit like a brick. So I do enjoy the Mutsu. So if this is a line of Mutsus, I'm up for it. New premium ships. Right here we have the Michione, Soviet project, part of Italy, 6180 guns, heavy cruiser. I'll take that. I'll take that. A little bit of a different compared to the Kirov at tier 5. I enjoy 180s at this tier, so hopefully it's good. The FR-25, which is an Italian destroyer, Jaguar class, so basically an Italian French ship. Yeah, that could be fun. That definitely could be fun. Anhalt, battleship with unconventional layout design, 15 guns, 700mm torpedo launchers. Interesting. So a bunch of guns and torpedo launchers for a German battleship. So I almost want to say this is kind of akin to Tier 8 Mecklenburg, I want to say. So that's pretty cool. I am not slaughtering that. I'll let someone do that and handle that one. Tier 9 Worcester class. Okay, the main arm comprises of 10. Okay, so a little down-tiered Worcester. I wonder how they're going to play it, but if it's just a down-tiered Worcester, it's a pretty good ship off the bat right there. Z-42, just another Tier 10 destroyer. And I'm all I can say is hope to God it's good. Hope to God it's good, because a lot of the German premium destroyers are kind of they're niche or they're meh, I really hope that's good. Next we have the Sevastopol, which is a Soviet tier 10 cruiser. I believe this is basically a bigger gunned Stalingrad. So it's a 6-gun Stalingrad, if I'm remembering right. So high-speed small battleship. It could be good dependent on the accuracy. It is Russian, so potentially it might have some wonky accuracy at times, but it should hit pretty well. So I'm okay with that. Stalingrad's super accurate. Just a bigger gun version. If it's still similar accuracy, I'll take it. I'll definitely will take it. Next up, we have the Black Fuso. Yeah, and the Black Veneto. The Black Fuso, probably a Blitz pass ship, I'm going to say that, or just something they can give away really easily. And then the Black Vittorio Veneto, if I can say that right. I think I'm kind of more interested in this one, because this is just another form of Roma. How are they going to make any special stuff like that? Okay. Unique camouflage. We actually have some pretty beautiful camouflage. We have the Toulon. We can finally see the Toulon, finally. The Oland space camo, which looks freaking awesome. the Akazuki's space camo. I love that. I want more camos in this game, like this type of stuff. This is pretty cool. And then Imagi's space camo. Does look cool, but it's an Agi. You know, Sevastopol's Glorious Fortress, Z42's Iron Cross, and it's got an Iron Cross camo right there. We got the Freedom camo, which, yeah, it looks like a Worcester with that one turret in the back. That's pretty. That'd be pretty good. That should be pretty good. Tier 9. The Anhalt's Sea Legends, yeah, that does look like a down-tiered Mecklenburg. I'm gonna, yeah, yep. FR 425's Golden Sun, interesting. And then the Soviet one right here. Yeah, this looks, yeah, okay. All right, not bad. Epic Commanders. We have John Fisher, General plus Naval Built. That's the commander you'll actually, I believe, be getting from the collection book. And like that, so you'll get a little bit of kind of a, you know, generalist commander right there with a little extra XP and silvers, I believe. Yeah, XP and silver right there. The Soviet commander, Lev Galler. High Alert plus Survivalist plus, so a little bit of a tankier commander right there. The Italian commander, I'm not going to slaughter that name, Swift as a Wind, which I believe is a skill from the French legendary commander. I'm missing his name. I can see Jard. There we go. And then High Density Gun Propellant Charge. This right here would be a great epic commander. I'd say that'd be a pretty solid epic commander right there. We have the French commander. This is the Blitzpass one right here. Seems like Engine Overload plus and Adrenaline Rush plus. That's Brawling and Engine Overload. That's pretty good. That's pretty simple right there. Summer Breeze, Daredevil plus, and Master Reloader. That's another French commander with Master Reloader plus. So that is great. And Daredevil plus, that's just straight up goes on DTs. That's perfect, like that. And then we have Hilgard, Summer Breeze, so another commander and such, Close Quarters, Combat Expert plus Survivalist. They'll probably be coming out with that Mecklenburg Tier 8 right there, so that's perfect for German ships. That's great. Additional information, we have weekly and monthly premium subscriptions have been revamped. All players with active monthly subscriptions will receive the missing items from the new content by mail. That's great. You know, hey, if you paid for it, you should get it, right? Ranked adjustments. Players ranked first, second, and third will no longer be penalized and losing rank points upon a battle. I think this is great. I think it should really only be the first and second. I talked to a few people that do ranked, and most of their suggestions were first and second place shouldn't lose any. Third should have a heavily, you know, it's like, hey, you did well, but you should still lose a little bit because you didn't do that top tier level stuff. And for a team of 5, getting third is quite easy. Smoke VFX interaction reviewed and adjustments were made. We'll have to look at that, what that means and such. But let's go over ship balancing here. We have a few ones in here that I'm excited for. Akazuki torpedo reload has been reduced from 75 to 67.5 seconds. That's great. Akazuki torps aren't really something that you really care too much about, but having them reload a bit quicker is just perfect for that. It's just great. Kitakaze also got 10 seconds taken off from the torpedo reload, which is great. I thought 100 seconds was a little much and such, but you have the main battery shell dispersion adjusted by minus 7%, if I can say that right. Great. These are almost going to be almost akin to that Fen Yang situation where they just lob shells and they can just, you're going to have to be accurate with these. You're going to have to be accurate and have the skill to hit those shots on target because they do have an arc that with the accuracy you can miss quite easily. And then they are going to be I think they're 4 skill ships now. I think they are, if I'm remembering right. I can't remember. I'll edit in, so I add that in later. Added an air defense alert skill 1 times 2. Air defense alert skill 1 is kind of a nothing burger. It helps, but it's not going to be something that makes or break this. Harugumo got adjusted with additional HP, which is good. These are basically like cruisers without a citadel, so that's great. Once again, got 10 seconds knocked off from the torpedo reload. Main battery shell dispersion adjusted by minus 7% again, so very accurate on top of that. And then added an air defense alert 1 again for 2. Who cares on that one? It will help their AA a little bit. I think their AA should actually be ridiculous because if you actually look at their gun setup, they should be pretty decent at tier 10 for AA, but you know, whatever. So Harugumo line, overall, these adjustments, I like them. I think that should definitely help, but I think this is like the 3rd buff since I've joined this game on this line. We'll see if this is the one. We'll see. we'll see. ZF6 is getting an update with about 400 more health and whatever. Main gun battery increased by 0.3 kilometers. Torpedo range increased by about 0.9 kilometers. Not bad. And then engine accelerator increased with 1 additional charge. ZF6, if I remember it, is a great little burst boat. So giving it a little bit of range, a little bit of health, better engine, or another engine accelerator, I think it's great. It should definitely help this ship out, but I'll have to play around with it more. Yeah, we'll see if it's worth anything now. Felix Schultz got increased health by 300. Okay. Elbing got increased by 1100. Hopefully, maybe then the Felix Schultz is a typo and such. But Elbing, I'll take more health. Definitely will. And then the Arturo Rigolo got increased by 500. I didn't know the Rigolo needed a buff. But I know some people will be excited for it. Now, the one that I'm actually excited for, the Marseille. The main battery reload time was reduced from 18 to 17. Should always go all the way down to, I think, about 15.5 in my opinion, at least. So there's still more room for buffs, but I'll take 1 second off right now. This is the main one right here. Main battery shell dispersion adjusted by minus 10%. This ship's accuracy was bad, so giving it a little bit more accurate guns and volume of fire, this should definitely help it a good bit. I'm really excited on testing this out. And then it did get an increased range by 0.13. Not really an insane buff on it, but I think the main battery shell dispersion adjustment is where the main guts of this buff is, and I like it. Still think Marseille needs more help than this, but I unfortunately have this thought that they're going to fix it with a legendary mod, just like they have been doing recently. So yeah, we'll see what goes on with the Marseille here. The Champon, if I'm saying that right, with the Pan-Asian Tier 7, we have an increased main battery reload time of 0.3 seconds, and the torpedo range got reduced as well. This is the beginning of the Genon nerf. Yep. Oh yeah, we're having a nerf on this one. The Harbin got its main guns increased by 0.3 seconds, torpedo range decreased by 0.6 kilometers, concealment increased so that basically with a concealment build, you will have a lot less room to stealth torp. That's the one thing you're gonna notice with this is the Harbin is not gonna have a nice chunky area to actually be able to move around with, and then Fuel Smoke 2 replaced with Fuel Smoke 1. So in other words, I'm just gonna say this right now: the Harbin was pretty decent at Tier 8. After these nerfs, I think that a lot of people are gonna need to, or actually I should say, before this update goes live, get the Harbin grind done. Get it done. This is feeling akin to the Venezia nerf. I obviously, we haven't played it. We'll have to test it all out, but I'm curious to see exactly how this is all going to feel after this. And then the Sejong got just a concealment just by 7.98 to 8.4 kilometers. That's it. That's it to the Sejong. So we'll go on to the Genon right now. The Sejong is going to be the top of the line right here, because the Genon got a slight nerf of 0.2 seconds on the main battery reload. The concealment increased by 0.62? Yeah, 62. Like that. And the Air Defense Alert 4 replaced by Air Defense Alert 3. Pretty much everything else makes sense in these changes to the Genon line. The Genon line was exceptionally strong, but why this much of a slap, in my opinion? Especially this one. It actually had good A. Come on, Wargaming. What the crap here? This is like, if it was just these two, I'd be like, yeah, Genon needed a slight little tweak. It was a little strong. I'm okay with that. It makes it even more high risk, high reward. And now I think it basically puts itself in line with the Minnow now in this situation. But slapping the Air Defense Alert? Really? Really? No, yeah, in my opinion, it's now, I'm going to unlock the Genon eventually. I think Genon will still be pretty strong at Tier 10, just won't be as strong. But the Sejong right here is actually going to be I think, going to be a really good stopping point, especially for Tier 9 ranked. Admiral Nakimov got some changes. The dive bomber capacity increased by 5. Dive bomber dispersion -7. Torpedo bomber capacity also got increased by 5. you basically burn through planes, so this is a nice little buff to keep it going before it gets deplaned. And then the bomb dispersion, I think I want to say it was pretty bad at actually dropping bombs, so makes sense. And then we have the San Diego. We got an increase of 0.6 kilometers and a smoke generator 1 replaced with smoke generator 2. This is actually great for the San Diego. San Diego right now I think is a pretty unique niche ship, so they're giving it a little bit stronger capabilities of being able to get the crap out and get smoke back quicker, so it can do what it needs to do at tier 8, because tier 8 is a very highly competitive meta anyway. So yeah, that is it for the update right here. Hopefully y'all let me know your comments on this entire update down below. For me, I think the St. Vincent line looks fun. It'll be a nice little battle cruiser edition right there. The Toulon's finally coming in. I'm excited for that. Some of these skins are looking great. I really wish they would add more of those and such. Harguma line, I'm going to be interested in trying out those as well. I'm grinding the Elbing line right now, so hey, little buffs here and there won't be bad. Definitely like the Marseille buff, more is needed, but hey, whatever. And then Genon like this, I really want to test it out now. I really want to test these numbers out because I have a feeling that this is going to put them in a pretty good position overall. But they are still going to, it's just making them more high risk, high reward, which I think is exactly what they're doing. This air defense alert, forward air defense alert 3. Come on, Wargaming. Come on. That's just stupid in my opinion. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Hopefully you all are ready for patch 6.3, and hopefully the patch goes out pretty easily and quickly. Let me know your thoughts down below. Have a good one, everyone. Peace.